The cost accounting methodology you use is critical to having the correct information for sound decision-making. The following is a comparison of the RCC and activity-based RVU methods. These are actual results from one of our clients that moved from the RCC approach to the activity-based RVU approach. Upon completion of the cost study process and the implementation of our eSimon cost accounting system, we created the following analysis. This clearly shows the impact of the activity-based RVU methodology. Our first example highlights a couple of departments that participated in the cost study process. It focuses on the summarized variable labor cost component and shows the results before and after the cost study process was implemented. The original labor cost per unit in the purple RCC column shows that all procedure codes, including time charges, supply charges, and equipment charges, received a labor cost. This highlights the flaw of the RCC approach. Ideally, only procedure codes that actually had labor cost associated with them would receive a labor allocation, as was done using the activity-based RVU approach shown in the orange column. As you can see, labor cost was only allocated to the time or procedure charges. Nothing was allocated to the equipment or supply charges. This is the same example with an analysis of the variable supply cost component. Again, you can see that the RCC methodology allocated supply cost to all the procedure charge codes, whereas the activity-based RVU approach did not, resulting in some substantial changes in the supply cost. In summary, this slide shows the total cost analysis, which includes fixed cost and indirect overhead cost. Comparing the percent change between the two methodologies, you can again see some pretty significant shifts in cost between procedure charge codes. The 82% increase comes to nearly $750,000, and even a 29-cent per unit change at 1.3 million units means roughly $377,000. At the end of the day, the total cost within each department doesn't change. If a department spent $100,000, then $100,000 is allocated. However, what changes using the activity-based RVU approach is that the dollars are correctly distributed to the appropriate procedures. As these departmental procedure costs get attached to the patients that utilize them, and the patients get rolled up into physicians and service lines, the impact of this cost accounting becomes profound. Here's an example of the impact at the physician level, analyzing direct cost per case. Notice the 45% increase in physician F's cost based on the change from RCC to activity-based RVU. This example doesn't incorporate an actual payment per case, but one could assume that with that large an increase in only the direct cost, physician F could easily swing from being profitable to losing money. Our final example is a view at the service line level. Here we analyze the direct cost per case by service line, again comparing the two methodologies and showing a percentage change from one to the other, which in this instance ranges substantially from -28 to +19%. These examples demonstrate the distinct difference in results from using these two methodologies. The RCC approach gives you a very high-level directional estimate. However, when you drill down into the details, the accuracy quickly falls apart. Our activity-based RVU approach provides accurate and supportable cost information, which one can confidently use to make decisions. For information on our professional cost accounting software and services, please call us at 847-960-3149 or visit us online at nomis.com.